This is my October rep haul. I read a lot of books this month, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna start off by the ones I listened to. Twisted Games. So I read Twisted Love ages ago, like 2022, and I've been meaning to listen to read the rest of them, but I just haven't done it. So yeah, I listened to that one. It's very different when you listen to a book and read it yourself, because obviously the acting. I gave it a 4 stars or 3 stars, one of those. It was about forbidden love. She was a princess and he was a security guard, which I haven't really read many books about forbidden love, to be honest, like properly forbidden, but it was good. Then I listened to If He Had Been With Me. I think I gave that a 3 stars. It was a very weird book. I listened to it, so again, the acting, she was obviously younger, but the girl who was talking, she was older, so it was a very weird thing, but it was an okay storyline. The plot literally sent me like, what? That was like at the end basically, and I was like, I was not expecting that. I did cry, and I just like couldn't do it. And then I listened to Losing Hope, Colleen Hoover, and I know not many people like Colleen Hoover, but my favourite book is Hopeless, if you don't know. I love that book. I've read it twice. The storyline, every time I read it, I love it. So this one is in Dean's POV, and it just hits different. It literally hits different, and I just loved everything about this book so much. I gave it a 5 stars. I just love this book. So please read it and then comment on what you think about that book, because I love it. Then I listened to The Summer of Broken Rules. Weird book. I didn't really read into it when I first started it. It was a very weird book. I gave it a 3 stars. It was a good book. Weird storyline. Their relationship was okay. And it was really sad that she lost her sister, and like you saw bits of that, but it was okay. Again, yeah. I read this, The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Like the cover, I love the cover so much. People are probably gonna be like, what? I gave it a 2 star, and here's why. So I was just bored, to be honest. I just feel like it was dragging. Definitely a slow burner. Like, it's not even that thick, like, but I was just so bored through it. Like, just reading it, I was just like even my husband was like, oh, you're taking ages to read that book. I was like, I know, because I literally just can't get into it. It literally took me ages to read this book, and I have nothing to say about it, to be honest, because yeah, I was just bored. Never reading that again. No, thank you. Then I read the rule book. I think I gave this a 4 stars or 3 stars. Most of my books are normally 3 or 4 stars, unless I like really like them, and then they're 5. This is a second chance romance. She is agency, and she starts working for her ex-boyfriend, who she just like broke up with in high school without like saying why, and then they just went separate ways, and he's been in love with her ever since, and they fall back in love, obviously. It was a nice book, very cutesy, and he was just like so cute. I loved him. But this is the second book of the cheat sheet, and then is this one. And then I read The Chase by Al Kennedy. So this is a series. This is the first book of the series. I gave this 3.5. I really liked it, actually. So this is about Colin Fitzgerald is like a geek basically, but he plays hockey, and then Summer is a proper like a rich girl who loves her clothes and all that, and she does something at old college, and then she gets thrown out, so she goes to a different college, and then her brother is a hockey player too, and then he asks the guys if she could live with them, and then they basically fall in love. It was a really cute book. Opposites attract. But he was like, no, I don't like her. And then she goes on a date and she was like, no, I do like him. And then it's really cute how they got together, even though some might not think that. But he was really cute guy. Heartless. I really enjoyed this book. So I read Flawless last month, and this is the second book of the Elsie Silver series. So this is about Cade and Willa, who's Summer's best friend in Flawless. So Cade is a single dad, and then Willa goes to nanny for him, and then he's just like really grumpy. She's a sunshine, and then he is just obsessed with her basically, but doesn't want to show it. And then they just start, you know, mingling and all that. And the relationship Willa and Luke has, who is Cade's son, is just so nice. Like, I feel like when children are in with the mix, it just changes the whole book. It was just a really nice read, a bit spicy, and yeah, really enjoyed it. I gave this a 4.5, I think. And then I read on my Kindle, I'll do first actually. Wild Love. This was a really, really cute read. Single dad, which I read straight after Heartless, which again I didn't really read much into Wild Love, so if I knew it was a single dad again I wouldn't. But that was a single dad, billionaire, and then his brother's his best, I say that all the time, his best friend's sister came back to this small town and was working for him, and then he's literally been obsessed with her for like ever, but he was like, I can't have her because she's my best friend's sister. And then obviously they fall in love, but it was like a frenemies to lovers, which was really, really good. Their banter was class, and like just their relationship and how they were talking to each other was just really, really cute, which I really, really enjoyed that. And then Play With Me, which is another series. So this is the second book, so it's Consider Me Then Play With Me. I prefer this one over the first one. This is about Garrett and Jenny, and Jenny is the sister of Carter, and he's like a proper protective brother, and they move into the same building as each other, like one floor up, and then Carter's like, can you check on her, is she okay? And then they just basically go in there. But it's such a funny book, like please read it, it's so funny. And like again with this one, like the banter is just amazing and their relationship is just so cool. So it's forbidden, but it's they basically are in secret for a while, and the communication is good, but she's just struggled with boyfriends, which I won't say because it kind of gives it away. But if you read it, you'll know, and then it'll make sense. But it's a really, really good book, and I gave this a 5-star because I really, really enjoyed this book, and it made me giggle, so that's a plus. So that's all the books I read / listened to. This has been a good month for reading, even though I did listen to a lot, but yeah, loved most of them, and yeah. So